Oh, welcome in. Welcome in, WWC. We are back. Season 5 is closed, wrapped up, done for us. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, for one, I am... I guess, I guess a little sad. I guess that would be the best way to put it. I just am gonna miss the fighting. You know, like the off season starts, and it's a lot of farming, and we always complain about it, right? And so now it's entering it is the off season. It is what it is. Season's done, so there's no more fighting, and that really means that there's no more season. And for me personally, I know for a lot of my team and what we like about the game together and why we love playing the game together, it's we unite over the fighting. And yeah, we'll have the kill events and we'll have our winter storms or desert storms, stuff like that. But this season really didn't let us down in what we were looking forward to. So I know there's a lot of problems, a lot of things. We will certainly get into that and talk about. It's plenty of season 5 discussion moving forward, but the off season is not the best part of the game for me and the people I play with. We really embrace the fighting portion of this game, so it is going to be it's a little disappointing, a little sad to know it's over. And there he is. Speak of the devil, Panther in the house. What up, Panther? As Panther tell you, farming season has begun, so take out your rakes, start your RSS collections. It is what it is, right? And before we get there, obviously we have so much to discuss and get into, and finally, we'll get out of these cards. By the way, so the season ended yesterday. It still says there's an hour left to the season here. What I will tell you is, it's Truce Day, which I still find ironic, given the season. Sunday has become Truce Day. I will say, don't forget to keep pushing those tactic cards if you didn't. So you still have time to make sure you're getting all of your tactic cards in. I made sure you can't fight anybody, so you need to go get and hit all, do some monster hunting, hit some zombies, and kill what you can to get these packs in, but don't let that last day opportunity of collecting those tactic cards go to waste. Battle cards, understood, but it is number 1, experience, and number 2, opening up these battle cards. You may be pushing towards that next level here, and plus you never know when you'll uncover a core card and get lucky. So just advice from me would be, don't let an opportunity go to waste. Collecting tactic cards. Don't forget to keep doing them. I don't know if this will continue. I'm hoping that maybe we'll get lucky. It does say the battle cards disappear. I believe it says somewhere. It said the card. Oh, right here. You'll get an extra week of the combat resource cards. Listen. So, as you know, I love these tactic cards. I love the battle cards. And I'll have some videos coming up to help everybody where the final kind of summary of our core cards, our season cards, what they do, battle cards. We'll have plenty of discussion in that now in the off season. And I'll help you in any way I can with what cards you should be choosing. But I will say this. I do miss our regular battle reports that we can dive into to figure out what the best way to play this game is. So you can take these battle cards away at this point. I do not want them. I want us to start fighting without the battle cards so we can really talk about our battle reports and our mixed squads and what do these exclusive weapons really do, right? Like, we got all these exclusive weapons with the battle cards, but it doesn't tell us crap because these battle cards throw stuff so much out of whack that we don't know what's really gonna work. That 4+1 card and, all this stuff. So I'm looking forward now at this point, since the season's done, for them to take those battle cards away. and get back to using our normal core cards so we can do real testing. Until then, continue to send your reports across. Love to see them. I have a bunch that we could always discuss, but it is what it is. So that's where we are. Ty. Let's see. You missing a few troops? I know. I did. I did. I could have made more. Yeah, kill event and everything. You end up losing. We had the battles at the end of the season, and I figured I might as well save the, going out. Lord knows, my wife went through enough of like playing and doing all that if Saturday night we could actually do activities instead. It was time to shell up and head out. So I didn't bother making any more. But yeah, listen, the problem is, Bellico, the drill grounds have nothing to do now but sit there. They're gonna, they start sweeping up. It is what it is. There's no more killing, unfortunately, until Friday. So we got a long ways between then. And Tie Box, I don't know what you said. I'm sorry, I missed it. Maybe it was profound and you didn't want anybody else to know. I don't know. But welcome in nonetheless. Okay, so for those of you, I know we get people that watch our videos afterwards, and the new folks that are joining us after the season and stuff. So did want to discuss a little bit about 2026 in the WWC, where we're heading. A little bit different. The site in general is a little bit different. We're more like full war room conversations. Not a whole lot you'll hear in regards to we more work to help players out. It's not a lot of clickbait. I'm not into the fear conversations of the game. It is what it is. I know a lot of people have asked and want to stoke up the drama that's going on between 71 and YouTube and all the nonsense. Listen, it's not going to happen. I'm sure it'll come up in conversations here and there. So I'm not going to say this is going to be the definitive conversation and it won't ever come up again. But for the most part, I just have a few words and then just put it to bed. To try to sit here and stoke some things up, to kind of just say what we are going forward. We're kind of just tonight resetting a little perspective, talking season 5, and then we'll break down a little bit between the noise and the analytics, just so we can talk about it. All right. I did think it's important to talk a little bit about, to begin with, all this conversation of people quitting and leaving after season 5. If you know people, call them back. I really hope, they want to play. I think that there's a million reasons why we play this game, and we should continue to play this game. And all this fear of why people should quit or not quit. Listen, there's a million reasons people have in their own heads. There's no need to push people out of the game. I think that for most people, it's not about spending. Really, it's not about spotlighting. I think a lot of people who play this game, it's about strategy, building something that you can over a period of time. I think it's fighting wars with people that you trust. So I think a lot of the content out there forgets that part, and they don't, and they skip over that. And I don't think it's time to turn every decision into crisis. And every season into the end, if you will. It's a game we have fun, right? That's what we're playing. It's entertainment. It is what it is. So I like to hear from the people who actually who want to keep playing the game, who love it, who strategize. You have friends, you love the competition of it, and just want to keep improving the game. Right? There's just a ton of reasons as far as the build, the alliances. There's an opportunity to migrate if you're not happy. Leave, by all means. I just say that, don't let one season dictate whether you play this game or you don't play this game. Don't let one, people, don't let other people outside. Talk to your alliance. Talk to your server. Talk to your friends that play the game. Don't look to YouTube to necessarily say why you're going to quit the game or not quit the game. If you're having fun, it's your entertainment source. There's a million awesome people that are playing this game at the same time. And 98% of people aren't spending money. They're either free to play or low spenders. In this season, by the way, so another thing I want to bring up about free to play low spenders, for all those out there that keep like touting and YouTube and the nonsense of the fear, that keep saying that this game is pacing out and pushing away free to play low spenders because they don't matter. You didn't play season 5 then. Because clearing the mud with engineers was just as important a role as any strong player that was playing. It was incredibly important. Reserving spots, playing your role, positioning, holding spots was just as important a role. Knowing to shield up, have people on your wall, don't get mummied. All those things, they're all free. They're all free. They all lent to strategy and being part of the team function of this game. And that didn't cost a dime. And everybody had fun playing together. And I know your seasons are different. And I know that your servers are different. And everybody's experience in that regard is going to be different. And other servers offer other experiences. So sometimes you may need to migrate and leave the server to find what you may be looking for or what's meant for you if you're not happy where you are to get some of the things I'm talking about if you're not getting them right now. Or maybe you need to be educated in playing the game because you started in a small alliance and you never really got to learn all the intricacies of battle and strategy that can take place among the servers. But I'm just saying there's a ton of reasons to play this game and to push out. And it's just not, when it's stripped away, about spending money. That is an aspect of it, and power is an aspect of it, and letting it listen just as much a role of engineer as there is role leader. And you need the power too. Okay, so you do need the people that spend the money. You do need the game as itself is, what you say, like a pay-to-win strategy where it goes. But there's plenty of people that are playing the game. The majority of the people out there are like you. Don't look at freaking YouTube and watch Qatar kill 1 million people and think that that's all the game is. Because there's other servers that don't have those people, that don't have that strength, that don't have that power, that you can play in a more evenly strength structure, or alliances you can play in evenly strength structure. There's other ways to play the game than just that. And there's other things like strategy and battle building and mixed squads and what you're building, where the gear that you're putting on, how you're spending your exclusive weapons, how you're building things, what you're doing for tech. There's all different things that you can do. So please, I would just implore you to just not quit just because other people are saying to. That's all. Talk to the people in your alliance rather than YouTube, I would say that. Column. So the season won't end with a big fight over who controls the middle capital. Our season didn't, but your season might. It all depends. It all depends on season 5. Like season 5 can end. For example, there was a fight for the middle. It was just agreed upon in our season who was going to get it. So the team AOV just took made the agreement with obviously 171, and they had the deal to not, and they just were able to get the capital every single time, or the palace, whatever it is. So we just fought in the mud, and they didn't. Who's there to fight? They had deals with every single person. So actually, AOV had a little bit of fighting because their versus opponent popped in, because we saw in the mud 184 was there. Plenty of fighting going on there. And then there was plenty of fighting from us in the mud, hanging out, doing stuff. So yeah, I don't know, I think every season, but I would say the majority of the people that have contacted me at this point, who are on our Discord talking about the season 5, a lot of people are just finding that there's agreements and deals for a lot of this stuff. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think that people look at it as, hey, this is the way the season's meant to be played. The season's meant to be played however you want to play it. I think one of the options is to team up, make agreements, and not fight. And I think people are going to that because it offers certainty. So people are kind of going towards certainty, figuring out how to do rewards. I don't have to enter into the unknown of actually fighting to see if I can win or lose or not. There's certainty in agreements. And that's why people do them for their rewards. That's why people make those deals. And in the past, this is the first time we've had to do this since one, so it's not usual. Like, we have factions. Factions, you make deals because those are your team members anyway. Like, you do that, and you have no choice. And there's similar structure of how the factions work in the division. I think this leaving it open season, there's two ways of going about it. And I actually had to talk with Baja about this in his season as well. And Baja, they all were offered an opportunity to align and kind of not fight, and they took our road. They are very similar in that, where they were like, I want to fight. I want to fight. We'll fight for every inch we got, and if it's got to be little alliances, then we'll fight the little alliances instead, whatever we got to do. But it's more fun to go to war than it is to shake hands and reset banks. And you'll all see this when you do Season 5, what we're all talking about if you're not in it currently or you're just starting it. The first few weeks are nonsense. The first few weeks are killing zombies. You're not going to kill anybody for the most part. You're going to spend about 2 to 3 weeks. Those 2 to 3 weeks you can spend with your negotiations and trying to work out the agreements and, hey, I'm going to be, let's do this and gang up and blah, blah, blah. All those agreements can be made in the first 3 weeks. But after that third week, the next 3-4 weeks are where all the fighting is going to begin. Once you can get into that middle ground, is where the wars kind of start as you push forward. And it's also kind of where the wars meet ahead, because as that's where people can really start making a difference of ganging up on things. And listen, there's no doubt about it. It's a strategy that you're going to enter into. Your teams need to figure out, your alliances need to figure out, your server needs to figure out, and just come to an agreement of how things are going to work. And we'll talk about plenty of that stuff, strategy, whether you are in the agreement or you're not. There's multiple strategies. I will say, though, in Season 5, and, no offense out there. I mean, people get offended. I'm just going to talk facts. It's going to be much easier working with 12 teams and 4 or 5 servers to develop a strategy to win. That's just factual. It's not hard to have 8 teams and say, you cover that, you cover this, you cover this, and you cover that. Here, when we go in, you take the mud, you hit the mud, you do. It's not. It's the strategy of overcoming it is difficult. That is where you are going to want hints or help or whatever that we can certainly. And I was talking to Baja, giving him some of those tips, and you can watch our final battle actually, where we were taking on multiple. The live from Saturday that we did. We have the last battle up there. You can see our strategy from going against multiple servers, what we were doing, how we were overcoming it. And again, it takes your entire team and your roles of engineer for clearing the muds and taking care of that stuff, as well as having strong people that can hold the buildings. It's also interesting, Season 5 was totally different from us in the beginning to the end. Because I will tell you, in the beginning, there was only 10 per building. And 10 per building was so interesting. So if you know, before the prior seasons, you can put in 100 in a building. So it was kind of culture shock when you can only put in 10 in a building. I thought it was very interesting for them to do that, because what it offered is a lot of flipping. A lot of constantly flipping these buildings. It's hard to hold with only 10 people. And I think you'll watch in the end, if you see our live in the last battle, we pretty much were able to solidly hold the buildings. And it was actually, what's funny is I couldn't understand why. It was so quick, and it was 20 that were constantly going in there, and I was like, man, I can't even get mine in there. Like, it's so quick. Then I found out a handful of people, clearly including me, there was a little bit of delay. Apparently, people were having delays for the game, a little glitchy. And so that may be part of the problem, trying to get into the building to reinforce. But we didn't have a problem. Like if you looked at it, it said 20 constantly when it was. But it was very interesting when they only had it 10. Because you can, I mean, even if you have a strong people in there, you can the hardest thing would be able to take somebody who's 115, 120 million or something and put them at the bottom and then pile everybody on top and then try to get 10 out if you had somebody that strong that could sit in the bottom. I suppose that's hard. But otherwise, it's almost impossible to hold, no matter how strong people are outside of these giant whales. It's almost impossible to hold a bank with only 10 people. Like that are able to reserve. Like that bank, that's going to flip. That bank is going to flip. That, you know, and same with the city. Like, I don't know, you're going to defend the city. Maybe it would have made more sense based on the durability damage if you allowed the cities to be 20 and maybe the banks to be 10. Because, I don't know, earlier those battles that we were having that were able to flip it, where it was only 10, 10, 10, I actually thought they were pretty fun when it was only 10. It was just a way, you know, a different way to look at it. But 20 definitely makes it more of a closer battle than 100, right? Because when you had 100 and you had an entire alliance in there, I don't care. You rally that thing, you hit it. We did it last season with Eyes, and we had the whale Peanut, who was right outside, our final battle, right outside the building, and right next to it in the mud, sending over and over again, and could not get us out. We had 100. It didn't even get to our strongest player, who was buried at the bottom, because there's just so hard to get 100 people out of a building. You all know, you've been in these wars. Like when you have an alliance that's incredibly active and filling, trying to get 100 people out of a building is, it speaks more to the strength of the alliance and how in sync they are to continue to fill than it is about the team that's attacking, trying to get people out of there. It's just so hard. Which is why they added the game, tried to make it more interesting, and add 4 buildings that you need to defend at the same time. But then what did we do? We just said, you know what, the hell with the other buildings because they're not worth as much. We'll just focus on the main building, defend it, so at least we win. And that's what we did. So, I think that's fun. I think there's a middle ground to be had there, personally, between those two. But hey, Chick Charlie, welcome in, bro. Bro lit. Yo. Good to have you in. Douglas, welcome in. I keep playing because of the good friends I've made in the game. Thank you, Douglas. Preach across, please. So many of them. Chicken Charlie, I'm looking forward to your videos on transferring. Yeah, I got a ton of them, man. This is the first time that we are covering transferring, so you already know. You guys are going to get everything that I can give you for transferring. You'll see all the power. We'll discuss it to death. We'll have on our Discord. I'll send as many screenshots as I can. I'll get people across our server to tell me what their chair is. I'll put together a whole list for everybody on regards to the chairs, the total hero power. I will ask my folks out there in the community once I start sharing that stuff to do the same. Again, what's awesome about what we have going here in the community is if I'm sharing it out there, you guys start sharing it on that Discord, and then before you know it, we're going to have servers, top 100 lists with chairs right next to it, and you're going to be able to match total hero power with your chair to know, hey, if I need to drop to a blue, or I want to drop to a purple, what do I need to do? You're going to have all that information that we can give you right out there. So that's really the goal there. Man, the way people have been reaching out to me with all these cool websites that we're about to share, it's going to be awesome because I'm sure there's somebody out there waiting who will put together a little website with the chairs and the numbers and stuff. I'll talk to Captain Hedgehog, which, by the way, for those of you that don't know out there is our newest partner that we've come to. We are partners with the community. We have 2 main community partners that we've sided with, and we're trying to keep it. We've had a bunch of people reach out, and no offense, we just haven't committed to anybody else. We're doing what we're doing. For those of you that do not know, our latest partner, Captain Hedgehog, please go out to the website, Captain Hedgehog. This will be our main website partner right now that we're going to partner with and try to centralize everything to one area. I think it's very difficult when you have 7 different websites, 7 different things telling you to do different decisions. I mean, Cat and Hedgehog is all over it as far as having conversations on the Last Word Discord, really talking to people behind the scenes about things. He has amazing maps, amazing building guides. Calculators on here, by the way, are phenomenal that he has. There's all kinds of server discussions. You'll see the servers that are listed out here. Where are the calculators? These calculators that are out here are awesome. Whether it's drone parts, you can check what level you want to go to. It's going to tell you drone parts. I'll tell you an awesome calculator that you guys are going to love if you have not seen it. And that's really with his, the building and research in here. So if you go into your tech, right here, research, and then I go down to, let's say, aircraft mastery. If I want to know how much valor a certain thing is, I just need to put in here how much it is, and then it'll start summarizing for me how much valor it takes for me to go to do all this. It'll tell me how much it is to complete here, and then right down here, you see, it tells me to do this. It's going to take me 24K valor. So you can do this for any of the tech things to see how many resources, how much tech it is, valor, and stuff like that. It's awesome. So if you guys have not seen this, I encourage you. We're going to be referencing it all the time and send you guys out there. The guy is really phenomenal. If you have ideas for new things you'd like to see, please let me know. We'll pass it along to him. And I have conversations with him on Discord. Super nice guy, and really just an all-around great website. So check it out. We'll be referencing it constantly on here. You'll see just another thing another tool for the community to be able to use. In addition, I can't go without telling our second partner and community partner that we have out on our Discord, as you guys know, and that is our coordinates folks, right? Wolfie and her team. You click in here, go to the coordinates server, click in there, become a member of it. Once you get in here and you get into the coordinates list, and then you can really just put your coordinates requests right in here for these folks. They do it for the love of the game, which is what we do it for, which is why we partner with them. They're not looking to make money out of this. They're actually looking for other volunteers, but you can request a coordinate request of any server, any person, and they will find them for you. They're amazing people, Wolfie and her team. So those are our 2 partners right now that we have. So please support them if you so kindly, because they are great people. All right. Killer B, always great having you in, brother. Hello, season 5 was extremely fun until the nap deal started popping up. Then it got boring. Did it get boring though? I mean, I guess it got boring if you're part of the nap deals. I know even there were some people that were reaching out in my season that were saying they left their alliance earlier because they didn't want the deals. They were whatever. I don't know. If you're part of the deals, you don't have to be. So I guess that's the point, right? You can move on if you want. Fun Team 4 against Peros. AOV full of great fighters. They are full. They have great fighters. They do. They talk, for some reason, they talk a lot of smack on World Chat. And there's just, it makes no sense. When you have that much of a 4 or 5 on 1 strategy, I guess the smack talk doesn't make much sense. There were other people on that server of 190 that came from the FF's team. I gotta say, that team, very strong, very active, and completely plays the game different because there was not a lot of smack talk. They just let their troops do their talking. And, I don't know. I really didn't see much smack talk from them throughout the season. I didn't have any problem playing with them. They, a matter of fact, some of them reached out and we had back and forth a little bit, but it was what it was. But they honestly, FFs from 190, if our conversation ever gets skewed into talking about 190, they should be excluded from the conversation because they were nothing but they were nothing but good folks, like as far as conversations go, and that was on server 190. So, AOV just, I mean, the Captain Ego stuff was just outrageous. Like the guy, I'll go over that in the future, but just the president. I mean, the season was all about making him stick out. It was crazy. AOV took the Palace 3 times in a row. And what amazed me is if you look at the way the rewards work for rewards, if you could get second or third place by just controlling the Palace 1 time. You only had to have it 1 time. So AOV was able on 190 was able to get the Palace 3 times. And their second team, FF, was connected to that Palace. Nobody could even fight for the Palace. We weren't even close. We got booted out. We teamed up and our territory got taken. So the only ones that were really touching it were 171 and 190. Were the only teams that were actually touching the Palace to even fight for it. And 171 was obviously in the pack. They were in the agreement because they never fight. I mean, they farmed the whole season for the most part. Other than helping us out of the mud, I'm not sure who 171 fought. They did great job with bank investment. KN1 did great job with that stuff. They took all their territory. For one, I know Eyes didn't really see them out. We didn't have, I think there was one battle early on everybody saw that we fought, that everybody saw online and everybody loved. And they were like, oh my God, that's an amazing battle. I think that was the only time we battled 171. Nobody from our server would have battled them. 88 didn't battle them. They were in the pack with 138. I don't know if they battled 138. We just didn't see it. Maybe there was a whole lot of that going on. I don't know. But I can tell you that 171 stayed to the north, and 90 wasn't battling them because 90 came up. The other one, 179, I think, I forgot was even part of our season. They just disappeared. 89 pretty much disappeared from the season. They were, I guess, I don't know what they were doing. But I can tell you that the main servers that were in the fighting, there was 138, there was 88. They were kind of fighting each other here and there. And 138 earlier on in the season was coming over to help clear mud and do stuff. 171 was definitely helping clear mud, but no city battles. 0. Didn't have a single bank or city battle with them probably the last 2.5 weeks. And if we weren't fighting people, I don't know who was fighting because it was pretty much us and FSX was pretty much the only battle to have. That's just the truth. I mean, I had plenty of photos I showed you. People were just holding banks and resetting things and doing whatever. It is what it is. I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you that I have to give context. You look at it and say, oh, you're complaining about the season. But I'm just trying to give you context of what it looks like when you get in there. I didn't see 171 have a whole lot of battles. Strong server. They had plenty of teams. They probably, if we really just scrapped it all out, they would have had an argument to win the whole thing probably anyway. If they legitimately just wanted to fight everybody, but they didn't leave that to chance, and they got it. But my point is AOV 190, they held the Palace 3 straight times. The middle time that they held it, they could have just gave it to their number 2 team. They could have just gave it to them. They were touching. They had a level 10. They were able to go in there and claim it. They could have just given it to them. And let them have it. Now, they ended up in the last day coming back for points to get second place in the points. But there wouldn't have had to be a last day scramble or a last day of getting a points. They could have just automatically had rewards. They could have just given, if 190 was guaranteed the Palace, which it was on the second and third try, it was because nobody else touched. That's just facts. And so they could have just given their number 2 team the Palace once. And then Viper would have been, but that would have been the difference, is then the president of 190 couldn't be the president of the Palace. And that's something that we couldn't have for him. Because it was all a play. It was all a show for him. Like he just, wanted the attention. And so I think easily you could have given FFs the Palace on the second try and really just given it to them because listen, they played just as much of a role in it for 190 as AOV did. FFs was there every step of the way. The AOV played a great part because they punched server 90 into submission early on. And then that's why 90 ended up joining 190, because I had received messages earlier from people in server 90 that said they were having trouble with 190 because 190 was beating them up. And they were saying they were struggling with them and fighting them. And clearly, you see why. So they made deals to, listen, reality started to strike. Like, oh, we can't, we got to, if we want rewards, we're going to have to make the deals. And they did. That's what happened. Then they make the deals because they want the rewards. You just have to ask yourself, like, for us, we fought every step of the way. You would have seen it all over, YouTube about 71, a fracture, we're going to beat them, blah, 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 all this nonsense. Listen, guys, we finished top 20. And the difference between top 10 rewards and top 20, I talked about this. So for not fighting, for just negotiating and not fighting, for all those that wanted to finish top 10, it's 100 merit points and 10K honor. That's the main thing. Everything else you collect in this game anyway. Everything else you're getting anyway. It's really like that's the one. Maybe one of these, the God of Judgment. I mean, an extra God of Judgment. Let me not forget that. Is that for everybody? No. So that's not for everybody. The extra God of Judgment is only going to the Alliance leader and 4 tactician people. So only 5 people are getting that in the top 10. The rest of them just get the core rewards of this, which again is the 10K difference and the 100 merit. So your negotiations and everything, if you can finish in the top 20, you're not, that's all you're missing out on. So you just have to ask yourself, would you rather just fight for the season or, do it? You really got to look at the rewards and what weighs out for you, what's worth it. And I'm quite sure we'll have constant conversations and hear from the community on that. But ToQB, excited to see how transfers shake out in 71 for you guys. Our transfer open in an hour as well. So I'm excited to add some data to the Discord page. Hey, appreciate you, Box. Appreciate you. Arrow, good evening. Welcome in as always. Got a meta question. Is 311 squad viable in season 5? I would say no. I mean, I don't know why you would. I guess would be my question. Like, what's the lineup that you're dying to do 311 lost production that's going to give you, 5 exclusive weapons? Missile all feeds off one another, so you can't be talking about missile. Because if you took 2 missiles out of the lineup, you're definitely lessening the strength of your missile squad. They fight off one another. Their skills say it. It multiplies the strength of it. So you can't be talking about that. If you're now with Morrison in here and an exclusive weapon, what are you doing with air that you're going to be Who are you removing from air? 2 of them? I can't. Who can you remove from air that's not going to cripple it? You have to have Diva. You have to have Morrison now with his exclusive weapon, incredibly strong. You clearly need Skylar for the stun. Lucius is too strong to air to make it viable with the shield. Who's the second one that you would possibly remove to replace to make air stronger? I just don't see where that would be viable. So then that brings you to tank, I guess, and you need like. Marshall's a shoo-in. You need Marshall. You're gonna need Kim, Stetman, and Marshall. Like that's a no-brainer. I don't know. Like either way, if you're not doing the 3-point, Murphy is a lot stronger over there. If you're not using for air, so even if who are you taking out? Williams. If you don't have exclusive 30, maybe you're like looking at Williams. Maybe I find Scarlett keeping Stetman alive a little bit longer is a huge benefit for the tank team, but yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see where it would be viable. So if you're asking, is it viable? I think the testing and talking through the battle reports of where it's showing, we would have to see that and talk about that. And listen, the question, Triple Q, you're in the right spot because the one thing we love to do is test that crap. So by all means, I love to know. Like what one you want to throw? What one are we testing? Who are we throwing? What are we considering? Why would we consider it? What are we taking from? All that stuff is great questions, and we'll battle report the crap out of it. So by all means, Eric, for the one you just showed, I'm pretty sure you need to control the palace at the end of the season. No, I don't think so. There, Eric. It's pretty clear. for those rewards. That if you here for the main rewards, you do one or the other. You control the Golden Palace and 2 or more war zones, or 2 or more outposts. You can have this one. But when they said it, it said you just had to control it one time for it to count. So I don't know. Do you have that in your season? Did multiple people have the palace? Can you have them look to see if they had one of them on there? Because that's what they said. That's what the last word customer service said. Unless, by all means, unless customer service know what the hell they're talking about. I don't know. Could have been the computer saying that too. I don't know. Or maybe they didn't understand the question either. I don't know. But yeah, that's what they said. You just had to control it one time. So say control the palace once for those awards if it was that way. It would say, oh, you're saying control the palace once for if it was that way. Well, yeah, but then it does say, Eric, I'm going to say somewhere. Oh, this one says be the first to capture the palace to guarantee. Well, that's just guarantee yourself top 10. Yeah, so maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you can only do it if you're the last if you're saying the last team to control it. So controlling it the second doesn't matter essentially is what you're saying. Which is kind of silly if you're saying the first matters and then you're saying the third is the only one that matters, so the second doesn't matter. Which would seem like why, if that's the case, then I would say why fight for the second? Why would anybody fight for the second time? I wouldn't even. Right, so that's what I mean. But why fight for it? Nobody should be losing troops over it. Like, why even battle if it doesn't matter? You know what I mean? That's kind of silly of the game to do that. If that's what they're doing, it's kind of silly for them to do that. They should make the second count just as much as the third. Because there's only 3 anyway. Only 3 times you can hold the thing anyway. So they should be making the second one count. But maybe you're right. Maybe we have to see and look. Like I said, I know that. Ask the customer service person that. I'll send them another message and follow up and see what they say. Or if you have it, Eric, if you know multiple people that did it and different teams did it, if the second one was different than the third, that would be great to know. It allows you to keep connections to all the land around it, allowing you to attack other cities and banks easily, so it's important strategically. You mean just hold the area rather than whatever? It's still a hell of a thing to battle and then end up with 0 rewards from, though, Eric. Like, I know what you're saying. Like, strategically, it allowed you to battle for all the things to hold it all. So, I suppose it would be a benefit. It just seems crazy that you would guarantee the top 10 to only the first team. You know what I mean? Like, that would be sucky if a second team fought for it, did all that work, held it, and then didn't. That's crazy. That's just, that would be silly. But, I don't know, maybe that's the case. Is the top player in 171 actually playing? His name should just say the person quit. No, he was playing. He was playing. I know what the name suggests, but believe me, he was playing. I will say I did not see him in the final day battles. He was in the final week, though. I know there was like a day before. He was in the mud hitting people. So I know he was around. But he faded off. He at first it was said he wasn't playing at all. I don't know if that was a con or whatever. Not that it drove any decisions at all, to be honest with you, in the game. At least on our end, it didn't. But it was said he wasn't playing. And then all of a sudden, he popped up. He was in all the fighting. He was hitting us in the mud. He was fighting in the wars constantly there throughout the first couple weeks. And the kill events saw him. And then, all of a sudden, he would like dip in and out. So I'm not sure what the status is. I can tell you what he thought he's going to get for that account. he's out of his gourd. So there's no way. I know as soon as he put his name up and we arrived, a ton of people messaged him about the price of that account, and it was unreal. I don't know if he was serious about selling it, but there's no way he was going to get, no way he was going to get that price. So I can just tell you, it was unrealistic, at least what he started with. So if he really didn't want to play, he would have dropped that price to a realistic level. They keep nerfing the UR cards. Now I see 3% morale instead of for the garrison boost. They did nerf the our main morale card that you use for your tactics. I don't know what other one are you talking about. I know they nerfed. Was it this one? Right? Yeah. This one 5.2%. This one used to be higher. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it? 25 or I think it was this one. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at all my old screenshots that I made. I know they definitely lowered the morale. Oh, this one. I think it was this one maybe. The defense support one. This one might have been higher. I can't remember. I do know that between Season 4 and Season 5, they definitely changed one of those cards and lower the morale. They changed a bunch of the cards. There's going to be a transition for you. If you're in Season 4 and you see it, you're going to see a total transition for it. So, I forget which cards it is, but you might be Arrow. I don't know which one you're referring to. And are you from Season 4 to Season 5? I just found your base. I'm Pink Panther. Hey, Peril. Or shall I say, Pink Panther. I want the 2 decorations. I need to ask for them before reset. What 2 decorations? What are you talking about? The 2026 decoration? I don't know when you're talking about decorations. We are 8th in the season. That's good. 8th in the season's good. Triple Q. What I was thinking is pre-Morrison EW. Okay. All right. So you're pre-5. Okay. Gotcha. Triple Q. Interesting. EW, since it comes out with 6. Run, Diva, Skylar, Lucius. All right. Good start there. Murphy and Adams. I don't think so. I think your percent drop is going to be way too high. I don't think you're making it up. I don't think you're making it up. I know you want to do 5. Do it. And who are you matching? Where are you putting Murphy? Front left? Front left, Diva as your hero. Adam back middle. I know. Well, you still got Lucius there. So how are you gonna play it? Are you double back with your defense? I don't think it'll work. I think it'll get slaughtered. I don't think you have enough offense. You have Diva. Like who else is bringing your offense? Skylar can't produce that much. And you took away Sarah, who's multiplying. So I think you're going to come up short. But I don't know. I'm all for the battle report, but that would be my guess. I think you're thinking about the rewards that say to be first. Yeah, it could be. I know the top 10 was first. Season 5 is not fair, bro. Why, Mohammed? Why isn't it fair? Arrow, so. Tell me more. It allows you to keep connections on the... I read that, Eric, but yeah, second doesn't matter. Point 1. Being first, there's... Season, that's it. Hey, Meadow. Welcome in. You're from 1711? Is that right? Or are you saying 171? Because 1711 is... I love hearing those numbers. That's awesome. Peros, 55,000 is what he's asking for the account. Yeah, so he lowered it by 5,000, Pero. He wanted 60. keep going. Keep going. He gonna have to go way down. He's not even close to the ballpark of what it's being sold for. I don't care what it is. I'm telling you right now, ain't gonna happen. And by the way, not that he might not have spent the insane amount of money to build it. I'm just telling you, he ain't gonna get it. He's not gonna get that to buy it unless he can talk to one of these people that are insanely rich that don't give a crap and are building like 17 different teams and they're spending the money anyway. I don't know. Maybe he's hoping for that. I don't know what he's got going, but Battle Streak showing 6% for me now in game. Battle Streak. I love that. I was just telling Hope that he should be playing Battle Streak on the regular. So the name is definitely familiar. Is that this one? Yeah. 6%? Mine's 5.2. What season are you in? Arrow. Because mine's 5.2. So it might get adjusted. If you're done with season 4 and you're heading into season 5, at some point it gets adjusted. You're week 4 what? Season 5? Triple Q. Also, do you know if Stetman exclusive EM recharge stacks with Adams counterattacks? Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. That one I'm going to write down. I'm going to run that. I will run that and find out. It's a good question. I don't know if it stacks. To write these things down or else I'll forget. And that's for Triple Q. Alright. I'll see. I'll take a look. Triple Q. Arrow. Yeah, you're a mid-season 4, Arrow. Yeah, you're week 4. I'm telling you, that after season 4, your cards are going to dip way down, brother. They're going to dip way down. Season decoration. Pero, season decoration's phenomenal. I highly encourage you getting it. Doing good, Meadow. Hope you're doing well. I'm loving 1711 here. What do you recommend first air and second tank setup? I'm not sure what you mean, brother. First, what do you mean first air? Oh, are you asking me if I recommend you to have air, your first be air and your second be tank? Yeah, that would be fine. There's zero wrong with that. I would recommend if your first is air that your second be tank. That 100% I would recommend, yes. And I have no problem with your first being air. Pero, for the season decorations, go with God of Judgment. It increases mark size. Try to get at least 3. Oh, is that what the question was? About the season decorations? Oh, I thought you were talking about the 2026 decoration. Because I hope you got that. That's been phenomenal, by the way. I keep pushing that. I talked to Stickman about that, and he was saying, I think it was like 1 million. He thinks it was going to keep going to like 2 million. He was pushing his. So, yeah. Like, I highly encourage you to get that 2026 decoration if you can. I don't know if you still can. They might not have it anymore. I don't know. I bought all mine out, so I don't remember when they got rid of it. By the way, the New Year's event, pretty good. Pretty good deals. I enjoyed it. Where's the season store? Okay. Season store. Yeah, God of Judgment. I recommend getting. I get all the God of Judgment and all the Throne of Blood every time. I will tell you this about your season rewards as well. Mythic prints are great in season rewards. I think that you really should be looking at it, though, a little bit different now that we get them in the honor store. 2 per month. Because what you don't get in the honor store, and the only place you can get, is God of Judgment in here. So I just think you should calculate that in when you're looking to spend your season rewards. I will continue, by the way, pounding any skill points that they will give me. I will make sure that these are complete. I will empty. I already took 2 of them. I will take the other 3 of my skill points. As you can tell, I've taken my season 1 through 4. I will never not take those. Every time. They're way too important for me. And you are a hero. What is this? Hero promotion. You already got one for... You already have one. So why? What is this? Have you missed out on it? Could you have missed out on it? Maybe. I guess if you weren't playing, maybe you took a break or something. Maybe they do it. No. There's 5 available. I bought 2 of them early. There's 5. I had some points left over, and I purchased them early. I had 100 points, and I bought 2. You're damn right, Arrow. I bought 2 already. Yep. I waited until they got restocked. I held on to my remaining points because I knew they were going to restock, and then I bought 2 additional ones. And I'll guarantee I'll get those 3 too. I can never get enough of those points. Love them. And all in that shit on getting those points and say they're not worth it and whatever. We certainly don't have professional hall in common because I can never spend enough of those skill points. Can't do it. There's so many things that I love to do. Engineer, I can probably get away with it. Engineer, I fill just about everything I want with all the ones I have right now. I could always use more, but I'm just saying. Can you use the majority of them? The War Leader stuff? Holy crap. There's so many more things that I can get in War Leader that I still don't have completed. The rally stuff, there's just reinforcing bases, going fast to bases. There's so many things, man, to get with points. So if you can't figure out how to spend those points, Jesus. Yeah, DM me in Discord and we can have a deep dive discussion about it, but I love skill points. Okay. Please scroll down their season play skill points. Season store. Yes, there are. Got a lot of thanks for responses. Well received. I think they're probably right about the damage. I will run the tests when I get to. Hey, Triple Q, don't leave us. I haven't seen your name before, but I'll tell you what. I don't know if you're a listener or not. I love this stuff. Please keep bringing that. We love that energy. Love the 3-3-1-1 conversation. Love the different ways of thinking like that strategically. Mixed squads, we can't get enough of that around here, so please bring it. Tell the community, join the Discord, have a conversation there too. Everybody loves to talk about this, about mixed squads. Only 3 available in Season 5. No, you got 5. Got 11 skill points. 140. Welcome in 1178, by the way. I seen, or 1718, sorry. I seen you up there too, my brother. I didn't want to leave you out, sweet. Welcome in. What to do about UR cards. Arrow, I am going to have another video that I will talk about UR cards. There is an entire conversation I will have for everybody. I will give you the complete breakdown of now that I have a full scope of this season. I will do what I can to show you exactly to me. There is in season, there is out of season. Season 5, there is certain time to use durability. These durability ones are very helpful. There are certain times to use your attack cards, certain times to use your defense cards. I will define for you what type of player you are. If you are free to play low spend, because I think that has to do with what cards you're picking as well. What type of team you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. I'll give you as much as I can breakdown, because that's what people were asking for before. And then we'll also have to have a discussion in regards to the battle cards. I'll make a video encompassing kind of these cards go. A lot of these cards go in unison to strengthen the core cards you're using. So it's incredibly important to use some of these battle cards to strengthen your core cards and use them properly. And it's not hard to switch the cards, by the way. It is very easy in Season 5. You do not have a problem like I got to switch real quick. I got to blah, blah. No, you don't have that problem at all. You can easily plan, but I will tell you this. I'm going to make the video, and I'm going to tell you, though, in this season, it is incredibly important that your entire alliance is aware of these cards. So if you're watching the video and I can educate 1 or 2, thank you so much. It's worth it for me to do, as I've said in the past. But please, use that knowledge for your entire team. Because having your entire team utilize the same core cards at the same time is really what makes the difference. And it's an amazing tool to use to strengthen. So, I will say that. But yeah, you got more coming, my man. You got more coming. I'm level 25 now. It's 838 server. Does it make sense for me to switch to aircraft from tank now? I'm a low spender. If it plays a role, my diva is level 120, Carly 110, and Skylar 190. Yeah, but what's your tank? So, Eskimos, I actually am... Holy crap! The Switch is back! Hey! Hashtag free Switchblade in the house! What's up, brother? We were just talking about you. I want to lie. We were wondering what's going on with Switchblade in this situation. We didn't hear. What's up? Eskimos, just to wrap you up quickly, shoot me out a message if you want. I can certainly take a look at your teams. It really depends. I actually preach, I would rather you go straight forward tank. If you already have your tank and you're doing it. I hate the minor switch, like especially low to spend, like free to play. Yeah, you get beat by the air. But listen, you're going to make this move and you're going to try to switch to air and the skills and stuff. It depends on how far you're already into tank. If you're already into tank, invested in it, then just keep flowing, my man. It's all good. You're going to get beat by air, and then you know what? It'll come full circle. People are going to move to missile, and I'm sitting here. I hate people that are tank. So you can't go wrong. I would say it's just the quicker to build from point A to point B is your best bet, Eskimos. Because those, especially free to play and low to spend, you're trying to compound how to raise those skill points, and you're already raising different people, and you want to just focus on one team as long as you can. And what I do like about tank early on, and I get into this all the time, it just drives me, but what I really like is early on, especially when you're playing the game, you have all the tank right here that you can push this tech so fast, so quick with your tank. So I like that. You don't have to skip around right away. And then you can kind of filter through these filter through, and you can get to this so much faster than you can the other ones. So I like it. And now knowing where I am in season 5 and how strong like the Stepman conversation's going, and the places where Scarlet's working, and it's really, there's nothing wrong with being tank as you stretch out and keep going. But I will counter this, Eskimos, to make also you have to think about is team 1 and team 2. So team 1 being tank, yes, if you've already built, is faster from point A to point B. I like my second team to be my counter to my first. So that would mean I'd recommend for you to be tank and missile. And it is harder to build missile, although you're not even thinking about a second team at this stage. When you go down the line, it'd probably be easier to build air tank as 1-2. But I think it, depending where you are, is easier to build tank as T1. I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. Switchblade. Oh, don't tell me you disappeared on us. Our fours have us switch before each fight, depending on what we're doing. They must be watching WWC. That's funny. It could be the tactic cards, reinforced buildings of the garrison. Morale is awesome with others on your team. Yeah. But plus durability. The durability cards, like you guys got to use them together. The amount of damage that I'm telling you, my videos sum it up. But you guys on right now, like when you're thinking about durability cards, these durability cards, I want you to think about, and you have cities, right? So let's go to the map and take a look real quick. So when you're in a city here, right? Well, I got to bring you to a city for it to make sense. So if you're in a city, right, the mines, and you're going to take one of these over. So what you have to think is, in order to attack a city, you have to take down your shield. That's an important factor. Okay? You are attacking a city, you have to take down your shield. Which means it really doesn't matter if you're out here, you want to be in here. Okay, so as a team, you're shielded on the outside. But at some point, the best way to take a city, because you have to unshield to attack anyway, is to come in here a little bit earlier if you're trying to beat somebody else to take a city. Now, you don't have long to take the city. Every second counts when you're trying to take a city. Understand what I just said there. I cannot stress it enough. Every second counts. You want to do as much damage and pocket it and packet it as quick as possible with as much people to get that city closed up. Okay, so taking all of that in mind, when you use these durability cards, you're amplifying the damage. I don't care if it's level 1. I don't really care what level you have them. It's just going to do you no good to strengthen with other things when you can sit here and get and be demolition expert and your unimorale is increasing, but you're also where's the other one? Right here. For 10 minutes, you're increasing the durability damage by 7% and your march speed by 14%. Both of those are incredibly impactful because you're hitting it. And think about it. I'm not saying yourself only. Think about every single person on your team is using it, right? So everybody, 7%, 7%, 7%, 7%. It's just impactful. And then also you're going to change your battle cards because your battle cards are the same thing. So think about when you're using this and you're increasing your durability damage, even if it's 1%. Just think about how you're hitting it a little bit harder, taking a little bit more damage from it. It gets you that city faster and it gets you out of that mud quicker because other people are going to be hitting your bases. But while they're concentrating on your bases, you're hitting the city. So you have a limited amount of time to do this. But guys, if you do it right, you only need a limited amount of time. You can wrap it up in minutes. You don't want it to take you 10, 15 minutes. You're sitting there trying to hit 1, 2, 3, 4 because you're going to start getting ported. And then you're all gone. Somebody comes in, takes your spot, and then it's difficult. And I will also say, in Season 5, time matters. You're trying to defend 3, 4 things at once sometimes. You have something else to do. That city isn't your only job. You need to get that wrapped up and done so you can then go over to a bank or then go over and take some other city or whatever it is. That's not the only thing you're doing. So it's incredibly important to wrap these things up as fast as possible because you're not only against the teams that are trying to get it too, you're against the clock. And that is a huge problem in the game. So use those durability cards to your advantage. Like I said, I'm going to be making videos to talk about that. Incredibly important though, man. So important. Tanks are more or less the same level. I started loading them up equally, but I later realized that aircraft have huge advantages over tank. They do. And then you get into missiles have huge over air, and then tank has huge over missile. So come full circle. That's the problem. And many people now started using it. That's the direction of the game, Eskimos. Like that's what everybody gets sucked into. I play with tons of people that stuck with tank, and I have a ton of people on here that are stronger in the air. I can also give you a sneak peek, Eskimo, and we're going to get into this a little bit more. But listen, that tank starts getting very close to air, and these advantages go away in Season 5. That's what it appears to me. It gets wider, and now it's starting to get smaller. So there's plenty of people that I play with in this game that have tank squads that are stronger than air squads because they stuck from the beginning straight tank. And they didn't go off the beaten path and make the switch and eat up 3 months trying to make the switch and go back to use all those days to make the switch to the other team. So I have quite a few people. I run into people in DS and Winter Storm that are the freaking tank people that stuck with it. They're incredibly annoying. You tank people out there, God bless you. I'm really like it. And as anybody who pays attention, I'm always jealous of these tank people, but you are a pain in my ass. So, anyway, how much total skill points you have right now? I have 140. I am guessing I will have 150 in Season 5 skill points. What do I have for skill points? 147 I have. Oh, and I got to get the three that are in there, so I'm going to be 150. So yeah, arrow, same thing. Free Switchblade, love it. It's about to be reset time, everyone. Please forget to do Stormer. Oh, sugar. Thank you. Hashtag Free Switchblade. All right, yeah, we got to do this too before we get into stuff. So we're trying to reserve a top 10 spot. We have some strong people up in here. Obviously, R3, King Hulk Deer are holding the 3 spots down, and they are way in front of everybody. So, yeah, I have to wait to use these. So I gotta wait until the last minute, and then hopefully there's not a glitch like we had the last time to do it, by the way. But anyway, just to wrap up Season 5, we're going to be talking about Season 5 for so long. I don't want to, spend any more time really diving too much into Season 5. I'll answer any of your questions directly. Message me, do whatever, and bring your content to the show on Monday. Wednesday night, I'm okay. But, we talked to death. I will just wrap it up with Season 5 and just tell you, I think that Season 5, it's a lot about patience, and it clearly exposed some egos, no doubt about that. I think it exposed some egos. It's really deals sound. I think they sound smarter than they actually are to me. I think that you outsmart yourself because you don't get to fight. I think that's where, to me, you start confusing activity with actual progress in this game, because just because you're resetting and you're moving around and stuff, you're not progressing. You're not getting better. You're not learning from fights. You're not learning from battles. You're not having as much fun. To me, this game is about having fun. And I'll be the day I said this, and I'll say this again. I'll tell you all this. You'll never hear any different from me. The day I start worrying about rewards before fighting is the day that I can uninstall the game. It's not why I play. I don't care about rewards. And yeah, I'm just saying, sure, I pay for stuff, and they're not as important, and they're more important to free to play, low to spend. And I've already shown you to death the comparison of top 20 to top 10 and how it's not much of a difference. It's 100 merit points, and that's why. But I'm telling you for everything that I do and the way I operate in this game, I will never choose rewards over fighting, ever. It'll never happen. I don't care if eventually I'm not going to spend forever. I can tell you, I'm not going to, it's crazy. You're not going to spend forever on the game. It doesn't make any sense. We're going to play the game for 10 years. I keep telling you and preaching you about, keep spending for 10 years? It doesn't make any sense. But I'll say that rewards will never enter in for me over fighting. That's all. That you can hold it. You can hold that statement to me and call me out all day and say, "Hey, QB, remember when you said that you're not fighting because of the rewards?" By all means, please hold that. That is certainly an adage that I do not mind being held to, and hold my feet to the fire on that, because I won't. I don't care. I've been on teams that have done this. It's funny. Hulk, before this season started, 71 won every single season. They won season 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in season 4, they won first and second place. And the servers they were put in with were, not as hard, but they were able to make negotiations. There were deals and whatever, and there were actually deals that people just, essentially gave gave first and second place. And before I migrated, one of the things Hulk had told me is that he's done with the deals and negotiations, way before the season, because it wasn't as much fun in season 4. They are essentially searching out, because everybody's got negotiations and there's rules. Don't hit this, don't hit that, don't hit that person, don't hit this. And it just at the end of the day, when you talk about fun, it wasn't as much fun. And that's why we're playing the game. For entertainment, to talk to our alliance, people you meet, talk to, fighting, all this stuff. Incorporates the game to be what it is and how it's fun. And I think why I always migrated to Hulk was the same aggressive mentality of that, from an attacking, fighting standpoint of, I just want to educate, I just want to fight, I want to be in wars, I want to have battles, and I don't want the negotiations. And I think a lot of that came from the history of winning a lot. I think what it also does is exposes people who aren't used to losing, who aren't used to not getting the rewards, thinking there's something wrong, thinking that something fell off, thinking I don't know how to handle it. Because if you don't lose, you don't know how to handle it. And I've already said, before I came to this server, I had plenty of losing. I've been on server 72, I've been to server 87, I've been to server 88. And now I'm 71. I've been all around. I know the migration stories. I know what it's like not having whales. I know what it's like having whales. I know what it's like to deal and help, not to help free to play. I know what it's helped to low spenders. constantly. And I can tell you that those that aren't used to it, Jesus, this is not a good start. Oh my God, I gotta hit. Sorry, I gotta hit him. Yeah, for those of you that are that know what I'm talking about in your server, you may not be used to. You may be winning all the time. You may whatever. There's if it's not about ego, you really don't mind losing. I don't know how to say, like, I don't mind losing. It's okay as long as we're fighting. That's the main adage that I have from here. I'm not leaving 71. You won't see me migrating. It doesn't really matter what I do, because I'm not leaving. But Jesus, this is crazy. I'm not getting anybody that I can fight. It's all 1, 2, and 3, which is 71, and they're VIP 18s anyway. And then I can't beat Majaya here, whatever the person's name is. I can't beat them. And Chunky's on my own team. And I'm running out of time. And I got 8 more to go. And it's not refreshing at all. Is nobody doing this? Is nobody participating? This is crazy. I can't hit Chunky. I hate hitting anybody on my own server. Okay, somebody's switching. So, but again, switched from one of my teams to another one of my teams. So I need to... I'm running out of time. What do I do? Should I lose? Should I lose on purpose? I gotta lose on purpose. I'd rather lose on purpose than hit somebody from my own team. Not gonna do it. By the way, sometimes, to get this arena, one of the things that they can do to make this better is they should give people more credit for challenging harder opponents. So even if you lose, you don't lose as much because at least you're trying to fight harder opponents. Like the fact they give you more credit to sweep somebody and they encourage you to fight weaker opponents, I don't like it. I think that's crap. I'd rather fight. All right, what do we got? 6. I use those pretty quick, so I'll wait it out. But yeah, anyway, so that's the lessons that I would take from season 5. It's not one. You're gonna have to make deals if you wanna guarantee yourselves rewards. But if you really want to focus, you want to guarantee yourself fun, then I would say just fight, man. Just fight and deal with it. And maybe you need to go down a stage. Set your expectations lower. Just stop saying you're gonna win the season. Maybe that's just all it is. You're not gonna finish top 10. Maybe you're shooting for top 20 instead. Maybe you need to go take some more territory in cities that are other places so you can still get points, but you're not gonna get as many. It's okay. It's there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a matter of preference of what's gonna make you have fun. Because if you make deals, you're not going to fight. The people that ended up fighting, that fought us, saying they fought, but only because we existed. We fought. If we didn't fight, then if there was no opponent, there was nothing to push against, then there was no battles. There wasn't going to be any. Everybody had to deal with everybody, so how could you fight each other? So I would say you just have to keep that in mind. But there's definitely a place if you want to negotiate. I really don't judge it either. I just said it's how I like to play the game. There's other people like to play a game. I know a lot of people that follow us like to play the game this way. So it's each or. There's nothing wrong with negotiations and taking rewards and giving it to everybody. Whatever, it's fine. It is what it is. It's just another tactic to play the game, and there's certainly nothing wrong with it. But you just have to know going in what you're facing for a season. They're decisions. You know what I mean? They're just decisions. So there's no call outs, there's no judgment, there's no anything, there's just lessons is all I'm saying for how you want to play. Lessons and education for how the season is. Well, we got 3 minutes. Oh no, I can't fight anymore. Oh my god, it won't let me fight anybody. Here we go again. There you go, one in. Ah, I got them all in. Wow, that was awesome. That was close, too. For 4 seconds. Hey, I got to 4th place. How about that? I don't know if I ended up in 4th place, but... Oh, yeah. I ended up 4th. How about them apples, peoples? 4th place. We'll take that. We'll take that. That's a good day. And now our favorite. Now we get into 3v3. So we are going to see... Let's set our defense real quick. We want to make sure... Okay, I'm good with this. We got full tank. We're going to go full on. We got the 4+1 card for a week. So we are going to keep up with this. And we're moving swift. We're keeping this in the middle. 3, 2... Yeah, all right. Justin. All right, we'll see how that goes for our first day. Man, I love 3v3. So much to learn. So much to learn. All right, so one of the things I also want to, with our content, people were asking a lot of questions, like I said, when we started, about what the difference for our content, what we're doing, and this drama that's going on, YouTube, whatever. And I said, not that it won't ever come up again. I'm not saying that, but I do want to squash it for a while because I think it's boring. I don't think that it's really like a ton of fun, and I think there's a lot more that we can accomplish with one another when we meet and talk and have these lives and get out of the game. So I kind of want to put it to rest a little bit and just have what's going on to me. And I just think it's with game content. I think it's the biggest problem, and it's really just the clickbait nonsense. I think that when you hear it, it sounds confident. It sounds urgent, and it often comes out and sounds like fear, right? And I don't think, like, real analysis doesn't need emotion to work. Do you know what I mean? Like, it uses reports, we use formations, formulas, we're using patterns over time. Like, that's, to me, the analysis of what we're trying to do here. So that's the rule we're using. If the content needs fear to keep you watching, it's not analysis. If that makes sense. That's kind of where I'm at this point. Analysis is really explaining why something happens, and the clickbait is telling you how you feel about it. And that is the difference to me of what we're trying to provide and what we're trying to fight against, period, in the game. So our goal, just to be clear here in what we're doing on Sundays, on Mondays, on Wednesdays, is we're trying to help everybody think better and not react. That's what we're trying to do. So that's all. I just blurb, like, just it is what it is. I just want to get it out there and say we're not, this isn't going to be the focal point. I know I'm getting a ton of messages about it. I get all this nonsense, but that's really, let's let it rest and let's do what we do normally here for the game. Hopefully that makes sense. So I will have videos for you coming up in this season 2026. Looking forward to what we're going to be doing. Battle cards will be disappearing. I'll have videos to wrap up a little bit about season 6, the final couple weeks, the final things, just to tell you whatever you want to do, whatever it means to you. Help you out the best I can to wrap up a season. We're going to get heavy into migration now. We're going to start talking about migration. I want battle reports. Working with our partners on Discord. We have, oh my God, I have so many fun things for us to have plan on Baja. make an appearance. I don't know where that crazy SOB is, but he will be on here. I have also, for those of you that are looking for live content for battles during the day, other people are going through Season 5. Send it out to me. Send me the link if you're fighting. Find me in game. I don't know if you all know how to do that, but there was a hint earlier about the coordinates partners. Hello, reach out. But if you send me out a link, I'll do my best. I'm going to try to provide you with the live fighting content during the day and at night whenever I possibly can, because that is fun. That's fun. So, yeah, I will do my best. I know Baja hopefully will be sending me some videos. I know Free-to-Play Miller out there, incredibly strong, sent me some reports, and my man buffing up over there for Free-to-Play is out there buffing. If he sends me a link, I know he had a couple battles that were going on, so we'll be fighting those as we move forward and showing those battles to you of them fighting. And any other server that you're out there, if you're fighting a war during the season, you want to spotlight them, shoot them on over. I have no problem showing the community because everybody loves watching the wars live out here. So I'll do my best to support you and highlight the fighting that you do too well. Because I love watching it too when I can. When I can. All right. Anything else I got? I'm a tank guy. How many on the pain in the ass component? Yeah, thank you, Cobb. Pain in the ass. How many seasons you went through? Meadow, this is our 5th. We just went through 5th. Hey, Easy, welcome in. Sarah, welcome in. Ace, what's up? Good having you in. Ant, what was impressive? 4th place? Is that what you're saying was impressive? I'll tell you what. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little impressed myself. I think though there was a whole lot of help in getting it. My guess is that there were people that were participating and knocking some people back. It wasn't just me moving up. So I appreciate everybody who helps in that. All right, let's see what we got. What do we got? What are we doing? Season 5. Are we Crystal Gold Shop? What does it look like afterwards? All right, we still want all this, right? We want all these beans, I guess. Why not? Why not? We can. I don't know how long we get this stuff for. A week? Oh, we definitely want these. We definitely want tactic cards. Because you know why? You're looking at these tactic cards and you're probably thinking like, what am I going to do with all these tactic cards? You really don't need the beans, so to speak. Like, I'm done building stuff, but I don't know how long they're going to wait to take it from me. So if I can have it for 7 free days, then I'm going to try to build it as much as I can. Training guidebook, sure. T11 material, sure. That's it. The event ends in 6 days for that. No. These are all temporary, by the way. They do nothing. They're a temporary thing, and anybody who's watched knows that I can't stand these little things that go away for 60 days. They don't provide a buff. They don't provide anything that I've seen. So I don't really care if it's timing. Okay. Whiskey. I probably have a ton of whiskey at this point, and we're done. So, what did they say it's worth? All right, and then the rest, if there's nothing else, I'll wait to see. When does this shop close? As long as you got the crystal gold, everything is here. Picking, bring me the crystal gold. Oh, she's going to keep talking. Okay. So 6 more days of this being available, so I guess I'll wait to see what I want. If I want the speed ups, or you want the gold. As you can see, by the way, I have not invested in the bank. I have not done good with gold at all for Season 5. I have not cared much for Crystal Gold. I kind of dropped off somewhere around the 3rd week, maybe 3.5 week. I don't know. It wasn't my thing, personally. Like, some of the stuff, the train, the banks, the stuff, by all means, it's worth it to sit there and invest and get as much as you can, because at the end you can get resources out of it and you can get speed ups. So just know that. But also know, I'm just saying for your information, I was not a huge collector, and I ended up with plenty of crystal gold by the end of the season. I have 712,000, and I have plenty of it. So ending up with 1 million, 2 million, not that difficult. Don't live in fear that, your fear of missing out, that you're going to miss any of these things. They give you plenty of crystal gold to make sure everybody can buy anything you truly need, which is all the things we just bought here. And then, like I said, I like the cards. Even though the cards are going to expire and they take them away, these you can still get points from. So I was almost close to a purple. And by the way, I wrapped once through here, and then I wrapped a second time through here. So this is my third time through the lineup. I'm not going to get probably to here, but hold on. I will see if that's possible. Let's see. First, we're going to open up the free ones, because you never know when you get a... Aha! See what I mean? That's why you do it. I'm so happy this happened on live. Again, by the way, this is the second time this happened on live that I unopened. As you can see, I got a core card from opening up whatever that was. Did I open up the purple ones or the blue ones? I can't remember. But you get a core card. So you get it doesn't matter which one you get, because you're going to use these cards as they go through the seasons. So you just want to get as many core cards as possible, because you keep them. And the only way you get them is by unboxing these and getting as many as you can. That was from the blue, by the way. That was from the blue. Let me open up the green. I'll do that real quick. No core cards there. And we'll open up the purple. No core cards there yet. Okay. But I got another one right here, as you can see. I got a free in the purple. And now my next is a reset card. And will I be able to make it 3 times through? Let's find out. I can tell you that. First, we can get, by the way, core card. I only need 1 for the first piece right here. You'll see once you get a core card, you ascend that core card, and now you get a little piece, and that moved. Now my next one is going to move it from 9% to 10.5%. And they just keep moving. And by the way, for the season, because I keep pushing these core cards and pushing, you can see for me now, I have nothing on this one. I have 2 on the Rapid Gatherer. I have 2 on the Monster card. I have nothing on the Bloody Recovery. I have 3 on the Battle Streak Morale. I have 1 here. None. 1. 1. 2. And now 1. So as we move through the season, I've gotten a ton. I've unlocked all the core cards, but also I'm pushing and getting a ton of these because I continue to push my core cards. So that's why I keep preaching it, and you hear it over and over from me, because it's so important, guys. So important to do. So I will not stop talking about it. I will bore you to death on it, because you need to be doing it. Let me see right now if we're still going to be able to use these cards for 7 days to continue to get it. So see how I'm 0 to 20? I think I'm going to be able to, which means let's go take a look and try. I'm going to try to beat these zombies real quick and see if it's going to give me, if it's going to keep giving me cards. Because if it's going to keep giving me cards for 7 days, I have a chance of I wasted my first blood on this thing for you guys, so be thankful of that. Lost a crap ton of resources doing that. I should have had a 250 instead. Or actually, I killed a 270 by myself the other day, so I can kill a 270. All right, we're just going to see if we uncover these cards and they work. Not yet. Well, I want to see proof of it before I tell you that it works. Preach to you something that doesn't work. Yeah, I'm not seeing it yet. Hold on. Let me see. I'm praying it does. Nope. It might not work, because I believe I already get them by now. I think I only have to kill like 4. Maybe I gotta kill 6. I don't know. Let's see. See, this isn't a good sign. What a bunch of crap. If they don't do it, too. What a bunch of crap. Oh. Also want to kill this thing. The chicken, because you get core cards from... Well, I used to get core cards from the first one I killed. Let's see if it's giving it for the chicken. Oh, it did. Oh, it gave it for the chicken, and it finally did for the zombies. So yeah, that's awesome. Okay, great. I was going to be so irritated if they didn't do it. So you're going to be able, even after the season, to keep pushing these, and that might give me enough. It's going to be tough. I don't know if I'll have enough to get to 5,000. But either way, you keep opening them up because you never know if you're going to get a core card. So you just keep doing them and hoping that you get lucky. Like the lottery, you can't win if you don't play. So I highly recommend that you continue to max out these core cards for at least the next 7 days, it looks like, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So 7 days, keep maxing out those core cards. Is that it? Is that it for... have a total of 10 alliances complete their reward distributions. Okay, is that no, we know we got Capital War coming up. I hate when all this stuff is still blinking weekly. Grab my weekly. Okay. I hate when I have all this stuff. It tells me I got to do something. All right, Drone Pass. What are we doing? Absolutely. 100%. Love Drone Pass, by the way. Incredible value in here. Drone chips are great. Great source of power. Great source of hidden power. Mid-spender. This is a no-brainer. Get your drone chips. Get your drone chips. What are we getting for the 5? Yeah, I mean... I love me some purple boxes, so I will always go after the purple boxes. Purple boxes end up eventually you get the gold chips. The gold chips are worth like 250 a piece in the glitter market. So I say yep. This is a good deal. Oh, do I not have... oh, I need to redo my... I need to redo... God, how annoying this is. I realized I was out. Bear with me. Okay. We good. We good. Oh, who's that? Who's that peeping in my window? Bam! Baha! What up, brother man? Last week is a good time to break down whatever cards you can and max out that monster attack boost card, then use that and protectors for world boss. Great suggestion, my man. Great suggestion. So essentially, sell. I mean, I do like the battle cards though. Like it's hard for me to give up the battle cards. Maybe the last 3 days, I see your point. So Baja's basically saying that when we're dealing with World Boss, right? Everybody's gonna deal with World Boss, and you're trying to up your Wanted Boss. So for Tank Heroes, your goals, you're probably like trying to get to that next goal, and if you maximize the mushroom base, if you have it, and then on top of that, you switch to your core card, your monster card, to up that, up your attack, and then you can switch to your purple tactic cards. You can switch to some of the monster ones that they have in here. So if you sell a bunch of these other cards, you can actually just max out your monster cards. I'll have to take a look to see. I have a bunch of cards in here that I look at some of these. Like even the durability damage cards, I don't know, you don't have any durability damage to do. So you can sell all your, like, you're not going to use those either, your durability cards. Wow, how about this card? This is interesting. I'm going to look at that real quick. So I want to show you this, because this looks like a great example of these battle cards. In order, I had... Oh, okay. Hold on. No, it was just... You could see this one. I dismantle this. I don't need more of that. Let me see. All these duplicates I don't need. 1+1. See, I'll probably get rid of the durability cards. Like this one, I have a 1+1. So this is interesting, by the way, conversation. So like you can see here, you're going to be faced with situations. So I have a level 7 card here for universal counter reversal. And then I have a level 1+1. So I could push this to level 8. However, what I also have to think about is that this is durability damage of 5% that I'm not going to use. And this card has 3% boost on defense, attack, and hit points. So yeah, I could get the +1 level and make these 5%, but is the 0.5% more valuable than the defense, attack, and hit points that both have 3% attached to them? That's what you have to counter, and you have to look at that and figure out for your cards. So don't just assume that because you have a second card, they're worth it. You really need to look at the random stats associated with the cards to know whether it's worth it to delete them. And you'll get to know that as you move forward. By the way, I never got a +3. I only have this one and this one that was a 1+2. And this one. I only got 3 +2 cards. And I never saw a +3. And I just got through showing you how many damn packs I opened. So I would switch. You have the combat cards here, though, to like what Baja's talking about. You have the monster card here, right here. You can switch to this one, and you can push this up to max level to get your squad heroes bonus up against zombies. And so you can just go through your cards, use your most to maximize the damage. You could do it through your combat cards, through your core cards, and then and then push that against World Boss to make the most damage to try to get to that next level of rewards. So yeah, great thought, Baja, love it. Also use a protectors too. That's another great point. Thank you, Cobb. Another thing, I have a bunch of protectors left over that I never used. I had all these protectors. If you watched the battle that we fought, I had all these protectors I was about to use for the end of our fight, and then the last 15 minutes, everybody quit. They quit the fight, so I didn't even get to use them. But yeah, I have, now I got 6,000 of these bad boys, and I can figure out how to use them. World Boss is a great place to use these to maximize the push as well. So a bunch of tools you can use to try to get to that to get to that next level of the rewards. Well worth it. So great stuff, Bob. Great stuff, Cobb. Yeah, love these. By the way, $20 though. You definitely get a double up. You get a lot of value in here, but like, let's be honest. Low spend is out, and probably mid spend. I'd rather have you use it on gear. So $5. These things are hard to get. Don't think the skill chips are not easy to come by. Even I'm at season 5. We're at day whatever the hell we are now. What are we? We've got to be 700 and something. What the hell day am I on here? Let's see what day we're on. I don't even know. 750 today. And I can tell you, 750, it is no easier to get these damn chips than it was earlier. Like, it's still hard to come by this chip material. So, yeah, they put it in different spots. They give up your weekly passes, and they try to put some in the Alliance store. But, man, when you need 40 chips to get to the next level for, like, level 10 and stuff, like, it's insane. So you can never get enough chip stuff. But, at the same time, as I'm saying that, if I'm talking to mid-spenders, I'd still rather have you use it on gear than whatever. I mean, look, here we go with Moonstone Blessing again. Remember when it was, what did they just have in here? They said it was ore. Remember they just replaced it with something? It was really good. Whenever they replaced Moonstone Blessing, they finally did it. We're back to crap for Moonstone. Is that it? Is that it, guys? No, here's capital. We got to do the capital. Okay, so we're going to have our capital fight in 2 days. Tuesday at 12 hours. Plus, that's it. So, Eric, when does transfer start? Is it next week? We got to wait another week for transfers? The season actually has to end here, and then we're going to do transfers? Can you give us the lowdown on that? If you're there? Because it's obviously not right now. Perry. When Black Market. Yeah, that's another good one too, Eric. Eric, you're getting hit up with all kinds of questions. Somebody wants to know about Black Market. That's a good one too. I don't know when that's... I'd like to know when that starts too. I think I have all these nameplates, so I'll take the diamonds, I guess. Or knows I can use them. Anyway. Running a little low on the diamonds. Eric in? Maybe Eric left. Okay. Let me just do tonight, Farmer Nibs. Now reload game and... Oh, will it? Okay. All right. You say so. I reload the game on PC. Don't forget, I'm getting hacked. All right. I think I was lied to. I swear to God, Farmer Nibs, if you're lying to me, Baja will find you and he will friggin' do a 4-square dance around your ass. Empire, King's Space. Okay. It's the other thing, by the way. Don't you notice that you're never into the storylines? Like, they must do a lot of work in formulating the pictures and the things and the stories and whatever. Somebody got to do a little bit better on making me care about these storylines. Because I have to believe the majority of you out there just hit OK and you didn't even read that. I'd love to know if we read that. Anybody reading that out there? I bet you're not. I bet you I'm just speaking truth out here. That if they want you to care about it, they're going to have to do a little something better. Either... maybe the story's really good and the way it's presented isn't working, or just nobody gives a shit about the story. I don't know which one it is, but I want to care. I just don't. All right, where are we at? No, want a boss. Here we go. Season 5. There it is. For the arms race. Oh, man, this switcheroo is phenomenal. Yeah, Baja, I'm down to 2,900, bro, and my drill grounds, these guys are sweeping up. They are sweeping up, my man. You know what I did have, though, Baja? I bought more days. I was ready to roll. I got up to 43 more days. So I was ready. I was ready to make one more sweep through my troops if I needed to. I was ready. That final battle, I needed to be ready for it. I was going to give my all, and after this, I was going to fill them up one more time. And then on top of that, I had another 5,000 here, which I would have got even more of by just killing off these troops. And then I probably had, let's see, what does it send, like 400 or something per batch? It's like 394 or something like that. It's like 400. So that means I could have sent another probably 20 more marches in reserve on top of it from my protectors. So I was ready, man. I was ready, Baja. Mine popped up and I could come to your server. Just opened a level 3+1 for my 4+1 card. First one I've received. Let's go. Cobb, listen, you better post the picture in Discord because I don't believe you, brother. I need to see that in Discord that it even exists. At least show me it exists. Show me it exists. I'll tell you, I was getting flooded with these messages the other day asking me if I was leaving, though. You transferring, you know. I go nowhere. I'm not leaving. All right, what do we got? Bunch of rewards. See, this is what's great about Deer and Hulk and all them. Shout out to them, like all their goodness. Watch all these rewards come in. And here, out there, if you are not in a big alliance, if you are not in a strong alliance, you are not hitting up these rewards, watch the rewards that I'm going to get from claiming and being in a big alliance. That's where all of this comes from. You ready? All right, here we go. 5 gear 52. Where's all the other ones? 1,500, 230 tactical. Hold on. Where's all the other gifts? Oh, see, they didn't collect right. They should have showed you all this. 80 of these. I got 80 here from Deer. I get 20 from mine for everybody. You get 20 here. 40 here, 10 here. It's like maybe it's at 150. Oh, hold on. It's still in the event. It's in the event. I think that's just a thing. It's still in here. Okay, I think it's in here. Yeah. This is where the other bit's gonna come from. Okay, see this? I got thrown 15 more 1,000 skill medals, 40k honor points, and this was my point, by the way. Just on this alone, what I was trying to say is. Remember all those rewards that we were talking about you get for your season? Like 10,000 is the difference between 20 and 40. I mean, I just got 40k honor points, you know, from who knows what. Major General, 10 here, 5 of these. 2.8 thousand diamonds, 10 universal shards. They're still sending me all these shards. All right, and then that's it. And here's the season. We get here, 10 here, all this. Who knows what all this is from? Where's the, did you get Valor for the Storm? You want to get Valor for Storm Arena? Where's my rewards? It doesn't tell you where the rewards are? You don't get any Valor? I thought you got Valor. For winning, no? Is that only 3v3? Because I didn't get any Valor. Oh, here we go. I can't wait for all of you to tell me how you're all reading this, too. Settlement stage changes. Leaderboards locked. Alliance rewards. R5. Season activities closed. Combat restrictions. You can no longer declare war on cities. No resource generation. Purchases disabled. Season battle pass. Buff removed. The additional effects provided by season boosts effects have been removed. After the settlement stage ends, you will see the following changes. Crystal Gold and all season-related gameplay will be disabled. Crystal Shop. Coffee beans will be cleared. Professional experience. Protectors field will reset to level 1. And protectors will not be available outside the season. Will be cleared and converted into professional experience. Okay, so the battle, resource, and tactic cards. So, Baja... You might not want to, I mean, it's going to turn it into professional experience when you sell these. I would hold on to the cards. I would hold on to them. I want professional experience. Random core cards based on a probability, probability, the chance of obtaining core cards from the packs. Core cards will not be recycled. Or random core cards based on all other personnel and professional. 50? We dropped to 50 diamonds, guys? Come on. Once again, thank you all for so hold on. It's saying that the additional effects provided by season boost effects have been removed. I wonder if that's just for the heroes that get the 10%. It doesn't say that it took away our buildings yet, right? So is it taking away the building boosts? Where does it say buildings? I guess this is it. Seasonal structures will be removed. Okay, but this says buff removed. The additional effects provided by season boost. So I'm guessing that's just for the heroes. I'm guessing that's just for the heroes boost, not the building boost. Here. Not started or has ended. Yeah, that would be my guess. And it sounds like they're just going to remove... You might as well use all your protectors because they're not even... It doesn't sound like they're even going to convert them. So I think you should just use them all. Because this did not say anything about converting. It just said that they were going to take them away. Protectors field will reset to level 1 and protectors will not be available. So you got to use them all. There's no sense in holding on to them. Zero. Got to use them. Use them in Winter Storm. Use them in Desert Storm. Use them wherever the hell you can. Use your protectors. Get rid of all of them. And, yeah. Versus in Season 5. That's weird. Sorry. Bad Season 5 QB. No, Yudi. Season was great. Why was it bad? Bad for you? I don't know who you are. Not bad for us. Same here. Reload did the trick for me. All right, so maybe I'll do it again. That's the way to do it, man. Let's see. Pick coming your way. Could be. Oh, okay, I'll check it in Discord. Got it from the top 10 in the arena. Never mind, I misread it. It was one I previously leveled up. But I did get a +2 on the... Oh, see what I mean, Cobb? I told you, I only believe you when I see it. I ain't seen no +3s out there. I think they speaking about the outpost buffs. Oh, the outpost buffs? Okay, Perry, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. When they say season buffs, I know, like, as part of the season, you could go in here and look at those season buffs. I don't know if they got rid of them. It was under rules, I think. It said it, too. Was it under rules it said it? I don't know. Somewhere it listed all the... it might have been in here. Somewhere in the season it showed the season. Like it showed the buffs and it had just the heroes that were for the season. Like Morrison. Whoever. Fiona at this point. So I was just wondering if it was those buffs that they were referring to. But it looks like it's still producing the coffee cups, which is still hitting the tanker bar. I only got, by the way, my third one is this tanker bar. I only got to level 27 by the end of the season. So we'll see if I actually get it to 30 in the next couple. I imagine I'll get it in the next few days. And it sounds like these buffs are still available. I'm guessing. Because these buildings aren't taken away until the end of the 6 days. So, going back to what we were saying before. You got to balance out what to do with these tactic cards now. Because what Baja brought up is a great point. To try to use these. I do agree, use your protectors for World Boss. Without a doubt. Try to get to that next level. I personally will not be selling any more of the cards. I forgot about that. It's my mistake. I would recommend you not to make the mistake and sell your cards. That would be what I say, because it says it's going to turn all the remaining card packs, all the remaining cards, battle cards will be turned into professional experience. So, I don't want to turn the cards into, like, the, whatever they call it, I don't want to turn them into this, the thing here to make it to the next level. If, I don't know how it's going to count that. I don't know if it's going to give me the same, like, it's going to take into account the experience of those. And say, like, oh, you have a level 7 card, so therefore we're going to give you more experience for level 7 versus level 1. As usual, the game is not very clear cut on that information. So I don't know how it does. Maybe a previous person will be able to tell us that when they end up selling the cards, and we can clarify that information. Because that'll be key to know. If that's the case, then it doesn't really matter. Then you can sell, you can build the cards up, and you're going to get more professional experience for the levels. Then cool. I'm all for it. But until I know that for sure, I'm going to hold on to all my cards. Because I want them to turn them in. Professional experience is the most important thing in all of this, by the way. Because that professional experience is the hardest thing to get. It's expensive to get off season because the only way to get it is to buy it. And it's incredibly expensive. And it doesn't move it. It's like 10,000, whatever they sell it for. It is not worth your money to try to buy it either. And I was only able to get, I got one card to level 10 maxed out, and I have another card to level 9. There are plenty of reset cards, by the way. You can't misuse your cards. But, yeah, like, the professional experience is harder to get. So, Jim, as long as you exchange them in big packs to earn core cards. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm nervous, Pero. I won't be reselling any cards anymore. I'm gonna leave all my cards and just collect as many as I can this week and just leave them and try to get them to return and get the exchange for the experience. So that's what I'll be doing. Anyway, that will be for me. Let me restart one more time and I'll try to do this. By the way, for tomorrow, I have so many already the messages are I just cleared out all my messages. I have all these messages saved from folks for different battle reports that we're going to get into. So I definitely want to look into the battle reports people sent. We'll do that tomorrow night. We'll deep dive into some of these, especially Stetman 30s, Fiona 30s, Morrison 30s. We haven't got enough time to dive into Morrison 30s. So at least to be able to give you in season, and then as we get into next week, when they finally take away the battle cards, that's when the game is really going to step it up, because we're going to see the truth. And Baja, if you're out there, by the way, send me your links of any of your battles, and I'll put you on live if you want for your battle share, or I'll stream it for you. I'll put the link to show some of your battles, because at least I know you'll be battling, and you'll have some big battles coming up, especially during the day and stuff. So I can keep on the outlook for those. Yeah, no, I still don't get anything, so I don't know if they're doing the transfer. Damn, nobody got the transfer stuff out there? Oh, I got another level. 40,000. Cool. Gotta love the deco, peoples. 80.76. No transfer. I know, right? What's the deal? Did you get you didn't get transfer stuff. I remember probably misread it. I was on previously leveled up. I think they speaking about the outpost bottles could be doing last season. I'll trade the fragments. I think it's the same if you exchange them as long as you exchange. Okay. You said you posted it out on our on the WWC, or did you send it to me myself in the Discord? That card you had, Cobb? Where'd you send it? Or did you not send it? Because you were lying. Yeah, I don't see it out here either. You were lying. We just finished our transfers. The system's still disappointing, but oh well. Well, need more purple seats available for servers. Yeah, Eric. I mean, yeah. I like how you said. I like how you ended with but oh well. That's the best you could do, Eric. I love to hear that. Oh well. And you didn't say the game is going to end because they didn't expand it for you. Yeah, I mean, Eric, I think that it's a difficult conversation to have how they put these servers together. I know that once I'm able to see like server transfers and stuff, I know some of the server transfer stuff. I know some of the server transfer information. There's obviously going to be closed servers because, and I don't know, Eric, do you have ones that are big enough for you? And for those of you that don't know, Eric is in our 1 through 68 servers. He is one of the original OGs. We are just I'm just in server 71, so I am a phony OG. Eric is the real deal Holyfield of OGs. He'd been around since the get up of Last War started. But Eric, do you have any that are actually closed? Do you have any servers from whatever you are, 3 through 68 or whatever you have now? Do you have any that are completely closed? Because we're going to have some that are closed. I know that. And because I say that you have to have servers that are closed, it's difficult to do servers and migrate people to different servers if you do that. Look, it's free Switchblade. Listen, I am yeah, see, you don't have fully closed, and this has been my point of the game, right? So I think we need to open up the scope a little bit of the problem of server merges and what everybody's talking about online and what people want, because as we progress server groupings from Eric's server grouping to my server grouping to the next one to the next one to the next one, I don't think this server problem, this server merge problem, is going to be for everybody. I don't think this is going to be game-wide. I think this is going to be like groupings in larger groups that they're going to have you be allowed to migrate and go to different servers as we go forward. But as you start getting into the 200s, the 300s, and 400s, I think those servers are going to approach things like Season 5 with a ton of people. A ton of people. So I don't think that they have the same problem. So we're making the most noise where we are. But when the developers have to look at the game, they also have to look at everybody in the game. And I don't think those servers need server transfers. So they really need to figure out, like, for Eric, like, even for my, I'll tell you what, all this bitching and moaning about server transfer where I am, sure, our server doesn't have a ton of people. It would be great to have them. You know what? You can server transfer and group at a time if you want and move on. We have plenty of servers that are highly populated within my server grouping. All this wham, cry. Look, there's a ton of servers out there that are populated, okay? I'm telling you right now, ton of them that we go against and we fight against. Yeah, there's some that are dead, no doubt. And the people that are still on those servers, by the way, can leave whenever the hell they want. They don't leave. They stay where they are because they're heavily happy farming. Now, Eric has a completely different problem. Eric is in the first grouping of servers, and those servers, I mean, they're active with like 50 people. Like, he's got 70 people, 100 people here and there. Like, they don't have anywhere near enough active people. And at this point, their only reason why they're holding out and holding on is because they want to move together. They want to move, like, just asking to be able to move as a larger group together so they can go to a heavier populated server that they can move as an alliance. You don't need to move everybody. You just need to allow them to move in a larger group so they can keep their alliance together. That's all they're asking. And really, I truthfully believe if you just do this and deal with it in server 3 through 68, and you just help those people out as OGs and starters of the game and allow them to be more populated, I really think a lot of this noise goes away. I think you solve a huge problem of those servers because they're OGs, because they've been playing the game so long and they've supported this game so long and they spent their money and they want to continue to play. I think they should 100% deal with that and help them out. And really just move them and allow them to move in a larger, rather than just move to serve, just allow them to move in a little larger groups, because they're just so limited with the number of players that are on those servers. I mean, Christ, Eric's probably looking at servers that probably have 4 active people. Like, they're probably just not a lot of people on these servers. They have a lot bigger problem. Like, we talk about low populated servers, and we're still talking about hundreds. Like, on this server, 71, you can say, oh, it's not populated. We still have like 5 active alliances, 4 active alliances. There's still 400, 500 people. It's not as heavy as the other ones. That's why even we look at the ones we played with in season, like server 190. And 190, that's only, right away from us, but it's 120 servers later. And yeah, they're going to have more people than the earlier servers, even for us, like 69, 70, 71, 72, like those servers. Yeah, no doubt. But migrating out in groups, you can already tell that a lot of the servers that have been repopulated that we're talking about that are strong right now are stronger because people transferred into those servers. 60, 80 at a clip. We're in season 5. We've been transferring since season 2. If your server was able to be wise enough and built smartly, and they had server resilience that I always talk about, then your server was able to add in server 3 or server 2 after server 2 after season 2 after season 3 after season 4 and now after season 5. If they were able to add 80 people, you're almost talking like they were able to add almost 400 people through server transfers. That's 4 full alliances plus the ones you had on there currently. So if you work out like in the longevity of this and actually transfer as groupings, you would have been able to populate a server. And that's how 96 is huge and 99 got big. And a lot of these servers, they handled full server, they brought people in groupings at a time. And the game's not going to do it for everybody anyway. The game, anybody out there realize that this game is pay to play? Does anybody know that? Is that just like fly over everybody's head? Last time I checked, you have to pay to transfer. If you don't have the season tickets you collected, you have to pay, right? You pay, hello? So the game making money off transfers. Why the hell would they give that up when everybody's transferring? Everybody's using their tickets. I mean, if you're willing to quit because you're like, oh, screw that, you won't let me transfer large, I'm going to quit. You were going to quit anyway. What's the difference between transferring in a smaller group or quitting? You're leaving. So what? So saying, that's like I'm going to take my ball and go home. You won't let me transfer with 50 people. So you know what? Hell with you, I'm quitting. So transfer with 20 people then. And keep playing with 20 people you like. Not that there's not a problem out there. But at the same point, I don't know. It's like, I gotta be babies about it. Like, I love being with the people that I'm in. We had an amazing team. And we've transferred with groupings that I've said no to stronger servers just because I wanted to take more people with me to servers. So I transferred with 60 people, and I've transferred with as many as friggin' like 70 people I've made a transfer with. Wild. 70 of my people I moved with. And I told the people, I was like, hey, you want to take us? Yeah, we'd love to take you, QB. Okay, then you have to take these people. Okay, how many you got for us? Let me see my list. 65. 65? No. We're not giving you, we'd love to have you in, but we're not giving you the whole server pool. Okay, peace out. Sorry, not for me. Let me go to the next server. Hey guys, I'd love to join your server. Awesome. We'd love to have you. What's the stipulation? How many people you get? If you're strong, the next thing the server asks you is how many people you have. They know you're not coming alone, so they ask you. And some servers are willing to give you their gold. Well, gold's harder to get, and that's why I dropped to purple, because gold is reserved for people and the opportunity to get people like Hulk or, King, like people that are enormous that can change your server and bring more people in. So very difficult to get a light gold. Purple's so much easier. But they will give you all the purples. I get all the when I came to 71 last server when we transferred, I brought 3 purple or whatever we filled, 4 purples, whatever the hell it was. We took we take like 50 blues or some, or 40 blues. We transferred over with like 50 people we transferred with. It was our list was enormous. And they were like, okay, yeah, you can come in. Go ahead. So it's all about how you want to play the game. But to say you're going to quit over like not being able to transfer doesn't make any sense to me, because you can transfer wherever you want. You don't have to be like, I'm going to take my ball and go home. And that's what it sounds like. It's just a bunch of crying and bitching and whatever. It's like, play the game, like move, okay. But you can also move with a group of people that you're able to move with, or you stay where you are, and hopefully maybe they widen it, maybe they don't widen it. But I think personally, we really should segregate these conversations out with a conversation about the server 3 through 68 from everybody else. 3 through 68 has a different problem. You have 2,000 servers in this game. 2,000. And 3 through 60. By the way, I say 3 through 68. I don't even know how many servers are actually active within that 3 through 68. Eric would have to tell you, but I guarantee not all of them. As you can see, I'm saying 3. I'm not saying 1. 1 through 68. I'm already saying 3 through 68. So, they have a way different problem than we have. They have a problem of they've been playing for 2 years, two and a half years. They've been playing this game. They were the initial people. People started to play in those servers and quit long ago. People downloaded the game by accident and got the hell out of there long ago. Long time ago. So you really, when you have this conversation, you act like it's everybody. It's not. It's not everybody. But it definitely is the earlier 3 through 68. So I think you just worry about those people and let everybody 68 plus figure it out for yourselves and help the OGs out so they get the benefit of, hey, listen, they started your game. They would start your game early. They've gone through some shit, man. They're the guinea pigs for all the crap, the bad things that don't sell, the pricing, you talk about the stuff like they've had to go through seasons with crap rules because they fix all the rules as you go. So you're in server 1700, you're going to get the best version of this game. But much like you're rushing out to get the latest Apple product or anything else, you get a bunch of issues with it. You get to say that, yeah, you're the first one to hold it, but you get a bunch of issues with it. So it's not ultimately the best version of it, right? So Eric and the OGs didn't get the best version of this game as it is. They've always gotten the shit version of this game, where they're like just enough. But it's cool enough because they're OGs. It's cool enough because they're the first ones to get it. They can't go online. They have no clue what the next day is going to bring. So there is that element of coolness. And by the way, for me personally, there's an element of respect. Because you're OGs. You started this damn game. You deserve everything that this game could give because how great the game is. I look at how much I want it to continue, how much fun we have, how many hours of entertainment it's given us, 750 days of me logging into a freaking app because I love the game so much. Like, I do this account, I do this YouTube to try to keep everybody together and get the community going because of the game. That's all because of Eric and the OGs. That's why it exists. That's why we're able to operate and do. They had to suffer through for us to all benefit. So I say you allow them special rules, special things. Shit, you can give them special rewards as far as I'm concerned. Allow them to get 100 free, 1,000 free, universal shards, whatever. Lord knows how much you've ripped them off over the years because you gauge the pricing on them first. And if they're not buying it, you're like, oh boy, we better not charge anybody else this because they're not buying it. So we can't rip them off, so let's go here. Or maybe there's some stuff that they made too cheap, and I know Eric in the early servers got way more mythic weapons than everybody else, so they did get that advantage. But they all got that advantage. It wasn't just some, but they definitely, because I remember when we first started, even in our batch of servers from 69 to 100, we were even getting, at least earlier, the early like 70s where I was, we were getting those mythic weapons early. So, it's good. All right, I'm going to try this one more time. But, Eric, I'm all for you, man. I really think that you guys should get different rules than everybody else. I'm all for it. I just think it shouldn't be crying about it if you're post 68. I think you guys have different rules. Different issues. Different strokes for different folks. And, just the bitching and complaining and the shitting on this game is just not necessary for everybody else. And I'm quite sure servers like 1200 are probably like, I don't even know what you're talking about. We got way too many people. I wish some of these people would quit. They're jerks. So, different rules. Yeah, there's no server transfers. Not for me. Not for this guy. So, I don't have anything. Rewards got passed out. All right, so that's it. That's enough for tonight. I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about anyway for tonight, going in and moving forward. So we go. Let's see. Note fully closed. Other transfers. Sign through 1-9. The season's over. Consistent QB videos. Sarah, is that what you want? Consistent QB video? I do have more. I will get more on a consistent. I got to tell you. Again, I put this together for everybody to kind of get together and help everybody as much as I can. But when there's season content, I can tell you what, preview of season 6 when we're doing this stuff, I can't be online and showing season chat and messages and alliance messages and whatever. I share this video and create this content from an alliance in a game that I love to play with the people. And by sharing alliance messages and secret stuff, that's not good. That's not helping anybody. It's bullshit. You can't be doing that online. You got to care about your team first. The team comes before any kind of YouTube stuff that we're playing. That's why we love the game. So, yeah, I can't shoot the videos or do as much content stuff driven as I can in season as I will outside of season. So I'll share what I can. I'm trying to get a little good, as good as I can with that. But as you can see, this season will not be an accident. Next season, I'm going to have to do the same thing because I just care too much about my team to share some of that stuff. So anyway, but I will have more videos coming for you now, consistent stuff. First, I'll get the last of the season stuff out. I'll work on the migration stuff, and then we'll start talking more tech. I'm going to get back into the tech. All the videos that I promised, I know that people have been hitting me up for a long time. I'll get to all that stuff and start kicking out more videos for you and talking. So I promise. Transfer scores are pretty strange too. Server total hero power 224 million, but 2.1 blue seat, and another guy 216 power. Wow, that's crazy. That's just so wild. I can't even comprehend that, Eric. Like 224 million in a blue seat. I can't comprehend that. And then 216 million for a purple seat. So it depends on, was it on the same server, Eric? Or are you saying on a different server those were the colors? Man, these seats are wild. We are closed, but we have a gold seat, check 158. We need a gold, great activity. I don't know about that, Paris. And then they won't quit anyways. The other big names, so-called quit, are still, of course. We went over to clickbait, ant analysis conversation. Let's just keep it there. We can't constantly talk. It's ridiculous about that. Can buy transfer tickets in Alliance Shop. Yeah, you can buy transfer tickets in Alliance Shop. Right here. I did not need to purchase them because I'm not going anywhere. Unless Baja's server opens. Baja's invited me to come to his server. So, I don't know. Maybe in the future. Wait. Are the transfer tickets gone? Are the transfer tickets gone? Oh, no, they're here. They're here. But, by the way, if you're worrying about transfer tickets now, you're just paying money. You can't get them now. It's too late. So, but they're here. They're under the Alliance tab right here. Transfer tickets. You can get 3 at a clip. 12,000, but it's too late. You needed to think about that a little while ago before you were going to do any of that. He's the bug catchers. I explained the first season on servers 3 through 20 that no one else ever did. Oh, you did? You had a season. You had a season before us, Eric. Before you had a pre-season one. That's awesome. I love that. Perry, yeah, work for yeah. Is it? Oh, is it? I'll try it one more time. Maybe PCs aren't getting it. I got nothing. I got nothing. Here, let me try my... Let me see on my... Let me see on my... one on my phone. I could talk to you about it if I see it, but... hold on. I guess the PC just didn't get the update yet. I don't know. Let's see. Nope, I don't have it on my phone either. You guys are... Too bad. Oh well. Too bad. It'll be good if we had it. It'll all come to those who wait. Eric got all the good information though. Got Decorate Your Dreams, Zombie Invasion, Bounty Hunter, Hero Growth, and Morris, and yeah, I don't know what was on the calendar. Calendar. We got Bullseye event coming, drone and ammo. Decorate Your Dreams. Love me some Decorate Your Dreams. My luck, I got you got the UR card pack for Magnet Shop. Guess what card? I got nothing for Copper War. Eric, same server built on our alliance. When will the introduction video for the Morrison EW be loaded? My server is launching it this Thursday. Is it performing well? I will, did I not do a Morrison one? Do I still owe that? Maybe I didn't do a Morrison one. I will do it. So Morrison came out late for us. We were a week late on Morrison. Yeah, I'll do a Morrison one. You know, a lot of these webs when I was doing like Fiona and Seven, I also noticed that without the battle cards, it makes it so hard to know what these weapons really are going to do because it just amps everything up and does it. But we have a bunch of battle reports to show it, and yeah, I will definitely do it. I must have just overlooked the Morrison one. Yeah, it was Suncoast Season 1, but they deleted it. Instead of connecting like we do now, we had to connect each individual tile to capture a city. Like, you know how our bases are 3x3 tiles. Oh, that's so funny. 158, you're all invited. Okay, Peros. Gotcha. Each tile on the server had to be connected like that, and then had to capture all the tiles around the city too and defend the tiles. Others couldn't take. Oh my god, that must be so hard, bro. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. A preseason. All right, did you say that was between seasons? Oh, it was called Season 1. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's crazy, Eric. What a nightmare. Well, no, obviously, that's why they didn't continue to do it, and they changed for Season 1. But that's crazy. That they didn't see that. That's what I'm talking about. That's still cool. You got to play a part of the game that nobody else will get to play. Crap or not, you at least had the experience of doing it. So that's fun stuff. Fun stuff. Awesome. Thanks for being part of the community, Eric. Anyway, for giving us all the information. Love it. All right. With that, guys, I'm gonna cut it out tonight. I will be back tomorrow for all of you, and we'll start deep diving into battle reports or any season 5 stuff that everybody has, and go through that. So good enough. Thank you all very much for joining. QB18 out.